practice, got to practice how to light. Obviously, globally, the pandemic was horrendous. So many people had the most terrible times and struggled with loneliness, anxiety, depression, illness. I mean, it was horrendous, but there were silver linings, and I think what it showed was that people realised what mattered again. What mattered was relationships, was caring for one another, and in a way, it brought our community to life in a new way. One lady was telling me last week about a diagnosis of terminal cancer, and she'd just come and stood in front of the window, and it had really moved her to tears, but also helped her because she was able to think about those people who cared for her and loved her and the support she was getting from the hospital.
My initial reaction to being asked by the parish to do a window on the theme of caring was sort of blind panic, a combination of blind panic and a mind going blank. But in actual fact, because I really found it quite difficult to think of how I was going to do this, you know, actually how I was going to, because the idea is great, it's a wonderful idea, caring. But when you actually bring it down to concrete terms, to how do you express that? And also the window's quite big, so I had to fill a lot of space. But the pandemic was obviously at the forefront of everyone's mind at the time. So the theme of caring, you know, I needed to respond to that in some way in the window. And first reaction is that, oh, that's it.
Grant across that, isn't it? Yeah, it goes back to Cambridge, wouldn't it? You know, goes from Harvard. So there's a little in there, but there's the Swan and the Signet New Life, you know. Yeah. And Whittlesford have got some these
they got crested nudes here.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think it did bring out the best in people. I mean, obviously it's our jobs, but people were going around checking on neighbours, making sure people had food, just a wave through the window. It was sort of, people were there for each other, and it's sort of, we thought outside ourselves.
I didn't even know where it was. Well, I thought it was some kind of a dinosaur, but it's not like that. So I assume that's what it is. In 1922, when the last stained glass window was put in the church, the village had just got through the flu pandemic of the time. So this was a real resonance for us. And we wanted to depict in the window something that was happening now for us as a village, but also to make it universal. So although this depicts very detailed scenes about the pandemic, about a restricted time, we wanted people to be able to look at this window and take from it universal messages of hope in the face of difficulty.
Green, I think it's really nice with the light across and stuff. It's very good. Spitfire, colourful, that's good.
Parachuting.
You've got the rainbow.
Well, you can also park down the side of the road.
Yeah, of course.